What is up? It is Tommy Magnus here and covering another new story here with this new video. I'm coming at you, and today I'm going to be talking about a Swiss village who decided rather than accepting 10 refugees they would pay a fine of £200,000. Yep, that might sound crazy, but I can understand why they did that. They have had a backlash because of this, which was being called racist, because which they said back, well, no, it's not racist to not want the town to be ruined. They said that the refugees will not fit in, and I mean, look, it's saying one of the wealthiest villages in Europe pay 200,000 instead of accepting around 10 refugees. And this comes at the time when, as the Swiss government has just agreed to take in 50,000 asylum seekers into the country, and the good people of Oberwil-Lieli. It's I don't know how to say that second. Oberwil, whatever. Which is it's about 20 kilometers from Zurich. Seems like a nice town. They don't want it to be ruined. Then I'll start off defending, saying I would do a similar thing if I had money to, but that's the thing, it sets a bad, not only is it not racist, because I presume they would have a similar stance if it were, say, refugees from Ukraine, for example, or Romania, somewhere in Eastern Europe. Central Europe, depending on it's Eastern Europe, not those countries, but they would have a similar response to those people, I imagine, because it sets a bad precedent. If you say, oh look, you can illegally come into Europe, admittedly if you're an asylum seeker you're not doing it illegally, but say you have these people the migrants and refugees as well, who are just walking through Europe illegally, crossing borders. They're not. It's illegal what they're doing, basically. Yeah, it's just a bad precedent if they're like, oh look, we'll give you all this stuff. We'll let you live in this beautiful Swiss village. The town held a referendum this month in which whether to decide to take in the 10 migrants, and they voted against it. They decided to take the fine, and the outspoken Mayor Andreas Glana, who's of the SVP party, the Swiss People's Party, he has backed the decision to not take in these 10 refugees because of fears of where they've came from and that it might disrupt their peaceful way of life. We're linking it to the similar cases in a nearby town of Brentgarten, which was 3 kilometers away, where they had 150 asylum seekers mostly from Eritrea, were housed in a disused army barracks, where they had some problems with integrating. And this is one of the things they argued, that how would these Syrians, or wherever they come from, integrate into this town if they don't speak German, and so on. If they don't speak German, how would the kids go to school? How would they interact with other people? And there was also fears of clone style attacks on women, and so the town didn't want that. Selfish and racist, which I don't think. And the village also points out some key points, that the best way to help the refugees in Syria is to be helped near home, and they said they will help them in camps near home, and it's also, yeah, it's supporting people smuggling and people traffickers, which is things that you need to be clamping down on. And if you're just saying, oh look, we'll take Switzerland, look, we'll put you in a really nice spot of Switzerland, a rich part of Switzerland if you're a refugee or a migrant, whatever, that's what I mean. That means people are gonna risk their lives going on these rubber dinghies across the Mediterranean to go to these nice places for a better life, and you cannot blame someone for wanting a better life. But I'm just saying, you can't blame people for wanting to maintain their good lives by refusing refugees and migrants. So that's it, basically. that's the basis of the thing. It's like some people want a better life, other people want to maintain their good life. So you've got to find somewhere in between, and we've also had a boat in the English Channel today, and it was carrying, was it 15, 16 Albanians, which they think is going to be the new way for people to illegally come into Britain now, and we are massively understaffed, and our ports are very weak, and this could be, like we've seen the images of the past 2 years, whatever, boats going across the Mediterranean. Now it's going to be the English Channel now. So, and people smuggling and people traffickers, and I think they caught the guys who's done that. But this is just another farce, and it's all coming up at the time of the EU referendum here, which I would hope is going to benefit Brexit. But you look, these things are happening in Switzerland, who are not in the EU, although it must be pointed out they have to follow a lot of the rules and pay a lot of money into the EU, much like Norway have to. So, but I would say if Britain left, we would not cut all ties, but we would certainly not let all our rules and legislation be ran by Brussels anymore. That is my 2 cents on this here topic, and I think it is a fully justifiable act to not want, and not a racist act, to not want refugees in your town, when you can better help them elsewhere. And paying a fine, I would happily. So the good people of Oberwil-Lieli, I salute you. Good night. Good night.